Greetings everybody, my name is Michael Osunga. I'm the founder of Dog BNB, which was founded in 2021. We are based in Syokimau, Machakos County, just at the periphery of Nairobi. So welcome to Dog BNB Kenya Limited. So we are a kennel. As you can see, we do specialize in two primary breeds, the Jack Russells that are just behind me here, and Belgian Malinois. So we've been in the game for the last 3 years, and we do specialize in three things. One, ethical dog breeding. So we do breed Belgian Malinois and Jack Russells, terriers. At the same time, we do dog boarding, only for small to medium-sized large breeds, and most recently we are into the dog fashion business. So we locally make, design dog clothes for your fluffy dogs. Yeah, so that's it about us in a snapshot. Ever since I was a kid, I've always been a dog lover. I've always aspired to have my own dogs, have my own kennel. So the journey started way back when I was a small kid. But at that particular point in time, I wasn't able to to raise my own dog. So when I got the resources to start my own kennel, I said this is the right time. So that's basically how I started in 2018, where I got my first dog. And ever since then, it turned into a hobby, and I started now, sourcing out for Jack Russells. Ideally, those are my favorite dog breeds per se. And then I moved into a home that has a large compound, so I thought maybe I should bring in Belgian Malinois just to provide home security. So I got a male, a female, and that's how the breeding chain began. Then I again sourced out for other Jack Russells, and that's how I started breeding the Jack Russell Terriers. So this is my male Malinois. He's currently 2 years old. His name is Togo. Yeah, as you can see, he's Temperament. Yeah, he's the guard dog in this kennel. He's the one that does service the other two females. So I got it from one of the security companies here in Athi River on the Mark. They are very nice, good imports, Malinois. So yeah, he's a very nice Malinois, very aggressive, has a very good temperament, and has a very good drive. So currently we ensure that we separate it from the other dogs, because he's the dominant male in our kennel. Very beautiful dog with a good temperament. Togo, come. Not that friendly though. Yeah. And then here we have Nikita. Yeah, so she's also 2.5 years of age. Very sociable, with very good drive, very good Kong drive. I got it from also a security company based in Westlands when she was about a year old. Yeah, so her name is Nikita. She has also given me good Belgian Malinois puppies for the last year or so, and some of her puppies are with me. I'll be able to show you some of the litter that she was able to produce. With me here are some of the Malinois puppies from the two females, the Black Malinois Africa, and also Nikita, the fawn Malinois. So the fact that I have so many puppies with me it's very important to keep track of the vaccination schedule. So my vaccination schedule is as follows. First of all, I try as much as possible to work with a registered veterinary surgeons with good with good experience. So we usually start off at 4 to 6 months. We give the first parvo vaccination and deworming. Then subsequently, after 3 weeks from the first parvo, we do the second parvo plus deworming. And then lastly, after the 3 weeks from the second vaccination, now we do DHLP, and rabies is usually optional. But because I usually rehome at around 3 months, I normally do rabies together with DHLP plus the last deworming. For tick and flea control, we usually do the normal, dog washing with shampoo. But the most effective way is now to give the chewable tablets to our puppies, which over the last 1 year, it has been quite effective in terms of weaning off ticks and flea from our puppies. So that's basically it when it comes to our vaccination schedule for our puppies. Thank you. So the Jack Russells can do well in both, close confinements, example apartments, and they can also do in environments where you have a huge compound, like the one we are currently at. But I would really advise Jack Russells to be living in areas that are open with a farmyard, because they are very tenacious dogs, very adventurous dogs, and they would want a big space where they can run and can play along with other dogs. Yeah, but for sure they can stay within closed confinement such as apartments. But in such scenarios, I would really advise them to be taken for frequent dog walk, either early in the morning or late in the evening. Yes. The Belgian Malinois, for them, they are guard dogs. By virtue of them being guard dogs, it means that they really need to be in a huge compound or a yard where they can easily roam around. And also, it is recommended for them to be taken for either morning or evening walks, or if so, on a daily basis, there is need of them to be engaged in terms of maintaining their drive. So I would recommend people to play around with, get Kongs for their Belgian Malinois, so that at least they can maintain their energy and drive. They are very good dogs with good drive. So the best way to maintain it is through exercise by using the Kong. Yes.
What are the challenges of breeding Belgian Malinois?
Yeah, so the challenges of breeding Belgian Malinois basically is you have to understand the breed. So it's not a complicated breed per se, but the drive, you have to maintain dog's drive. So it's not recommended to keep a Malinois if you're going to lock it inside the kennel for the rest of the day or for the most of the time during the day. So it needs constant training as well, because they are very intelligent dogs. So it's always good to align or come up with a training schedule for the dog, mainly because they are bred for security. So it's always good to ensure that the intended purpose of that breed is also maintained. So don't keep up a Belgian Malinois if you don't serve its intended purpose. That would be my take. Yeah, the challenges I'm facing, and this is from a very honest opinion, is yeah, training. I've been trying as much as possible to keep them, engaged on a daily basis, but because of my other schedules, this hasn't been the case. I've tried to outsource, trainers to come to my kennel and train my dogs for whichever intended purpose, whether it's for them to be working dogs, for them to be agility dogs, for them to be sniffing dogs. But yeah, it usually comes at a cost. Okay, so getting these good trainers to come and train my Malinois, it hasn't been easy because of the cost implications. But this is something that I'm still working around. I've gotten a lot of motivation from YouTube, where other trainers are showcasing the how-to, self-taught ways of individuals to become, good dog trainers. So I keep on reading books, learning from YouTube, and I hope I will replicate it to my kennel. Yes. So currently, yeah, we are living at very interesting times. Globally, the global recession has taken a toll on so many things. Food is becoming scarce, especially dog rice. So nowadays, most dog breeders have resorted to sourcing out food from the supermarket, so which is very costly. So dog food is a little bit costly at the moment. So we are trying as much as possible to also adapt to that. In terms of diseases, I would say they are very resilient dogs. They are very adaptive dogs. They don't have any specific diseases that is to the breed, such as Belgian Malinois. They tend to be having hip dysplasia. No, for Belgian Malinois, I haven't heard of any disease that is really attached to this specific breed. Yeah, so those, I would say, these are the main challenges, top two challenges that I currently face breeding the Belgian Malinois. So the temperament of a Belgian Malinois, so they have very good temperament, as you can see, as you would see in my male Malinois. So they have very good temperament, which makes them ideal for security dogs. Okay, so they can guard your compound at any time. They can protect you from any form of harm. So their temperament is quite huge, I would say. From my own knowledge, the lifespan of a Belgian Malinois is about, I think, 12 to 15 years. So they do stay for quite some time. Yes, but I might be wrong. So maybe somebody might comment on the link on the correct lifespan. Yeah. So for me, I live in Syokimau in a non-compound, and security is usually paramount. So the main reason why I brought the Belgian Malinois was for it to work and provide security day and night. So this has really worked well. Statistically, I've never had any intrusion, because I believe the dogs guard me and my family throughout the day and also during the night. So they are working for me, and at the same time, the breeding story has been successful. At times I do breed, and I've been getting good clients, and this translates to a well-maintained kennel, because the money comes back and ensures the sustainability of my kennel in terms of taking care of the rest of the dogs, health-wise, food-wise, and social-wise. Yeah. So in terms of them, helping me, helping my family maintain a positive, mental state. Yeah, they are, like I mentioned before, dogs are social beings. So we do socialize with them more often. We do play with them more often. We do take them for walks. We do play with them more often, as you can see with this puppy, which translates to us being, happy together. So it has really, the dogs have really enabled us to maintain a positive mental state in this relationship. Yeah. So save for the male Belgian Malinois Togo, and as you can see, it has a very huge temperament. My sons relate really well with the other female Malinois, and they like socializing more with the puppies at that tender age. But they prefer socializing more with the Jack Russells because they are small dogs. So I would say they are more comfortable socializing with the Jack Russells as opposed with the Belgian Malinois. Yeah.
It's called the Songa Lionel. I love dogs, especially Jack Russells. The way they're very active. They just are very friendly. I couldn't have another dog like a Jack Russell that's very active. All my other dogs are not this active as a Jack Russell. My first Jack Russell was called Ranger. My first Jack Russell was called Ranger. My first one was Potato, followed by Ranger, followed by Boy. Those were the Jack Russells that my father gave me. And Whoopi, so Whoopi is the male, is the female, and Ranger and Boy are the male.
So yeah, welcome to our rooftop part of our kennels. So this is where we house all our small breeds. So as you can see, it's feeding time. We are feeding all our small dog breeds. So here with me, I have Boy. It was named after my sons from the movie Love and Monsters. For those of you who love monsters, there was a dog in the movie, and they named it after that dog. So he's basically a long-legged Jack Russell Terrier. I got him from Crystal Boarding. So, and this one is an all-white Jack Russell Terrier male. This one I got it from Alan Nabil. I think he featured in one of your documentaries. And this one is Whoopi, our female Jack Russell Terrier, and he has puppies with him. So he got them with Ranger, and these are the two puppies. There were 5, 3 have been rehomed, so I'm only remaining with 2 male puppies. So these are short-legged puppies. As you can see, they are from feeding, and their stomachs are so huge. They look like pythons on legs. And then here I have Potato. This one was also named after my sons. Reason being, Jack Russells with their, brown spots, they appear as potatoes. So this is Potato. So he's from Whoopi and Ranger. So I'll even remove him from the kennel. So you can come closer and see how their kennels are. as much as possible to make them cozy, carpeted, and comfortable for the dogs. So this is where they basically sleep during the night when it's cold, and where they eat. Yeah, and then for the rest of the day they just remain outside, roaming around in our rooftop. And this one is Tommy. So he's a dachshund, male dachshund, has a very good appetite as you can see. So he's an English cream, standard sized dachshund, very nice masculine dog. So basically these are now my toy breeds, and they all board at the rooftop. It's very recommended for the toy breeds to be kept separate from the other breeds. Yes. And let me open for Ranger. Come, Ranger. Good dog. And then let me open for Boy. Come, boy. Yeah, so you can see they're from feeding, and they're fed twice a day. Right now all their bellies are filled up. Afterwards they just roam around the rooftop, enjoy the sun, enjoy the weather, play together with the rest of the dogs, drink clean water, and yeah. So as you can see, I researched a lot on the internet, and Jack Russells are of two types. So we have the ones that are long-legged, like Boy, and then we have the short-legged, like Whoopi and Ranger. So I tried as much as possible to grab hold of both, and so far this is the outcome. So this is a result of breeding the two, and now we have a short-legged Jack Russell Terrier. So these ones are available for rehoming at a small fee. We are not here for the money. We just want people to commit to the breeding standards that we've maintained in our kennels. So we just want a commitment fee to cater for all the efforts we've put in terms of raising such gorgeous looking puppies. So this one is a male dachshund. A male Jack Russell Terrier. Yes. My motivation to breed Jack Russells is because, one, they are good family dogs. They do well with kids. I have two sons with me, and they also love dogs. So I thought, okay, the best toy breed to bring to our home would be a Jack Russell, because of their socialization with the family. Secondly, they are good working dogs. If trained well, they can be good search and rescue dogs. At the same time, they are good at sniffing, so they can really do detection. So those are the three main reasons as to why I went for Jack Russells: familiarization with the socialization with the family, and they are good working dogs, so they can really do well in search and rescue. They can do well in agility, and at the same time they can do well in sniffing and detection. Yeah, so for Belgian Malinois, I would say, first of all, you need to do due diligence where you're going to get your dogs from. I would advise them to get the dogs from a reputable, trusted breeder. I would also recommend them to conduct their studies around the pros and cons of owning a Belgian Malinois. And for them to be objective, basically for them to come up with a roadmap or a plan on how they want to improve the breeding standards of a Belgian Malinois. So I would recommend them not to just breed them for the sake of breeding, but rather for them to breed them with the aim of either improving the breeding standards or making them become better working dogs, either through protection, agility, or making them search and rescue dogs. So that will be my main recommendation. Yes. So I wouldn't recommend people who live in apartments to own Belgian Malinois or Jack Russell Terriers. I wouldn't. Yes. Because they require space for them to run around, to roam freely, because they are very energetic dogs. So they require space for them to be comfortable. Yeah. So Jack Russells, I would say these are big dogs in small bodies. Okay. So Jack Russells, they have a temperament of a Belgian Malinois, but they have a small body of a Jack Russell. So in terms of temperament, they have high temperament, and in terms of them socializing with kids or with the family, they are also the best. Jack Russells, basically they don't have any health issues that I know of. They are also very resilient to different conditions. So for the last 2 years, I've been breeding Jack Russells. I haven't known of any health condition. The only thing about Jack Russells is that they just need also to be involved in terms of exercise, and also they need to play a lot. They need to be engaged a lot, more often than not, in order for them to maintain their drive. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah. The fact, by virtue of Belgian Malinois and Jack Russells being short-coated, so they don't require grooming a lot, but we do have a program where we ensure that we wash them at least twice a week, and we always ensure that their nails are also maintained. So we try as much as possible to trim their nails and ensure that their coat is shiny by also applying dog powder and dog shampoo. But in terms of that extra mile grooming, no, they are low maintenance in terms of grooming, the Jack Russells and the Belgian Malinois. Yeah. So the program is I have a dedicated person, because I run other businesses. I have other engagements. So the normal routine usually starts at around 6, where the dogs are usually let out from their kennels. Then the first thing is to prepare something for breakfast. So trying to prepare a good carbohydrate and protein meal for the dogs. Then the next step is usually to clean their kennels, so ensuring that where they sleep, if there is any poop, if there is any pee, trying to ensure that their kennels are clean. Then afterwards is now to make sure that their food is served, and then once their food is served, ensuring that they are now taken through the daily routines, which is now for them socializing with other dogs, also playtime. During the evenings, they are taken for dog walks, and then in the evening they are fed, and then they go back to their kennels. So we do this on repeat mode throughout the week. Yes. Welcome to our feeding our program. So as you can see, we are now going to feed some of our Belgian Malinois puppies. They are 3 months old. They are already vaccinated. So ideally we do feed them thrice a day. So we feed them with rice from the supermarket, and sausages and boahos, as you can see. So a lot of carbohydrates and high protein content. So we just boil the food together and then mix them together to make this nutritious dog meal, and we feed them in 2 packs. Okay. My parting shot is I wouldn't advocate for people to get into dog breeding as a for-profit business. I would say I would advocate people to venture into dog breeding as a hobby or for passion. So don't be driven by you getting money out of it, but be driven by the love and passion of owning dogs for whatever breed they are. So that would be my main parting shot. Yes. Currently I have a few Belgian Malinois puppies together with Jack Russell Terrier puppies. So for those who might be interested, we are on Facebook, Dog BNB Kenya. You can find us there. Our company line is there. My number is there, and you can be able to reach out to me if you're interested in either of the 2 breeds. They're puppies.
Kwa majina Silas Oyengo Seveve from Busia, but boss akaamua kunileta nimsaidie kazi. Even though mara ya kwanza haikuwa jambo rahisi, nilikuwa like najaribu ku give up nirudi, but the more nilikuwa nazoea, siku zinasonga, the more nazoea na dogs, na ndio nikakuwa social now, nikawapenda zaidi. So dogs nawapenda, they are friendly, and God willing in future pia ndakuwa, naomba Mungu anisaidie nikuwe dog breeder. Ni hayo tu.
Kwa majina ni Evans. Nimetoka Kajiado. Mimi nilikuja kuassist Mr. Silas ku take care of the dogs. Kenye tu ningesema tu, ukiwa na passion, dogs you can take care of them.